Hi and welcome to Reseller News. My name is Rich Bassini. Thank you for tuning in. Today is September 6, 2018. Before I get started with the Reseller News, I just want to give a quick shout out to all the new subscribers. Thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you get something out of the videos I produce and you get a takeaway from them. Without further ado, let's get right to it. I'm going to go here and click on this one right here. Folks, for those who are new, I just want you to know I do not read everything verbatim. I will tell you the websites where I got the information from, and then the rest is up to you to pick up where I left off. So let's get started. This one here is from TechCrunch. It's in regards to eBay expands its authentication program to luxury watches. For those who do sell luxury watches, yes, it is very important to get it authenticated, because if you send it out to a buyer and you don't do your homework, you know what's going to happen. You're going to get the dirty end of the stick, because they're going to leave a nice, beautiful, positive feedback, if you know my drift. But anyway, let's start over here. It goes on to say, last fall, eBay took on fashion resale sites like The Real, and with the debut of its own authentication program for luxury goods. Today, the program will now authenticate luxury watches in addition to handbags and wallets. It is already verifying at launch. You don't want to pick it up. Okay, at launch, nearly 7,000 authenticated watches for sale on eBay's site, including those for brands like Rolex, Patek Philippe, Omega, Audemars, Peugeot, and Breitling and Panerai. It says the watches range from prices from $500 to over $50,000 for a selection that includes both pre-owned and vintage items. Here's my take on it, folks. I don't get involved with watches as far as not the high-end ones like this here, but my suggestion, if you're going to sell any watches and they are real, they are genuine watches, yes, it definitely pays to have them authenticated, because like I said again, if you end up getting a knockoff and sell it to your buyer, the buyer gets it, finds out, especially if you listed it as authenticated, it's a genuine watch, you know what the outcome is going to be. And most likely, in a situation, depending what it goes for, eBay is going to be in favor of the buyer, which by all means, I agree with them. The buyer is right at this point in time, and they should get their just reward. In other words, get a full refund plus the shipping charges and so on and so forth. My suggestion is, I did sell watches in the past, not top brands like this here, of course, but I did sell some watches, some Timex watches, some other off-brand watches, and I always put them anything. My rule of thumb is, if you're selling certain items over $100 or so, it always pays to have signature delivery added into it. You could put it into your price, your shipping cost, and have it insured just in case it does get lost. And dealing with watches, I definitely would have signature delivery and insurance on both of them outside the delivery tracking. This way it protects you and it protects the buyer. Okay, so keep that in mind. And again, if you want to read this story, it's techcrunch.com. Let's move right along here. eBay, this is from ZDNet, ZDNet.com. And it goes on to say here, eBay built its own server in a push to replatform its back-end infrastructure. The company also intends to make the server designs available to the public via open source in Q4 of this year. Not for nothing, but maybe this is why they're having glitches built in their own servers. I'm only joking. I talked about this once before. I used to work on Blade servers back in the day when I was doing consultant work, and I'm not saying it takes rocket science, but folks, if you are a tech guy and you're involved with this type of technology, it pays to know the infrastructure and how the thing works and stuff like that. Because to be honest with you, I don't know, eBay's hiring practices. Do they hire people with certain certifications, certain degrees to, program these things and build them or whatever? But I think if you have less qualified people building these things, and I'm not saying in a derogative way, believe me, but by no means, I think you would tend to have problems, where it could range from a very amount of things, with this here, if it's not done right. So my take is, in regards to eBay building their own servers, yes, that's good. But then again, I don't know exactly, if this could be a cause of some of the glitches because they're building their own. Maybe they might want to outsource it and have some pros come in there. Maybe you could have like IBM technology companies come in there, or a company that deals with servers rather than building your own. I'm not saying the techs that they hire over there are not good, but in some cases, it pays us sometimes to sublet the work out. Hopefully, getting a qualified company to do the right thing, to build the right product you're looking for. But as you can read here, excuse me. It goes over here. It says eBay announced that it's built its own custom designed service as part of the 3-year effort to re-platform the company's back-end infrastructure. The e-commerce marketplace player also intends to make the server designs available to the public via open source in Q4 of this year. See, I don't know about open source. I'm not really crazy about it. I know browsers like, for example, Firefox is an open source browser. And if I'm wrong, please correct me, but I think with open source, I think a lot of people can, not a lot, but I guess a specific group of people, I would think, that are privy to get into that site and build on and add on to it. I don't know if that's a good idea. I could be looking at it in a different fashion here, but I think that's when they say open source. I think it's a contribution of different, tech groups, implementing, data or programming code, certain codes in there. I don't know if that is the case, but it says over here the infrastructure replatforming effort, which began more than 2 years ago, includes designing eBay's own hardware and AI engine, decentralizing their cluster of data centers, moving into an edge of computing architecture, and leveraging new developments around open source technologies. Then it goes over here to say, I'm not going to read the whole thing, folks. eBay, which has 175 million active users, over 11 billion live listings, and data footprint on more than 500 petabytes, said the platform's infrastructure revamp will help the company take advantage of the new technologies and further improve efficiency, flexibility, and scalability. Again, I don't know. I don't know where they're going to go with this here. Again, I could be wrong with the open source thing, but I believe that's the way I understand it. If you guys have any comments or questions, you want to correct me on it, please do. But that's what we got going on. And you could read this story here if you are interested. It's at zdnet.com. Okay? Check it out. I want to move right along. My computer's slow, of course. Okay. Here we have, this is eBay related stuff, by the way, just to let you know. Here we have over here, this is from webprosnews.com. How to become a top rated seller on eBay. Well, I'll tell you one thing. It didn't take me too long to become a top rated seller. I mean, I think it's pretty cut and dry. If you follow their rules and regulations, you offer free shipping, you offer free 30-day returns, and so on and so forth. It doesn't take you much to get there. But let's read this story here. It says one of the most important topics for retailers is getting your listings at the top of the eBay search results, or in other words, eBay SEO. For many businesses, learning how to effective eBay SEO, which means search engine optimization, can literally mean a difference between making a few $100 or thousands of dollars. JR Business recently talked about how they have been risen to the top of the very popular eBay search results and offered their insider advice on how to do the same. In fact, on one recent listing, they have made over $70,000 in just 2 months. Below are some of the highlights of their recent talk on eBay, on how to do eBay right. And it goes on here. You can read the story, the rest of it over here. I would be curious how to make $70,000 in a couple of months as well. But right now, I am inundated with so much stuff going on. I have some relisting things to do. I don't know if I'm going to have time to read all of this here myself, but check this out if you get a chance. It's on WebPro News. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to delete it because I definitely want to go back to it and check it out. And you can read all about this here. About how to become a top-rated seller. Let's move to this one right here. eBay slammed oversellers' price jacking scheme. This is from news. If you want to read this one, it's from news.com.au. Okay. And it goes on to say, let's read this here. As you can see the title, eBay has a price jacking problem, and many Aussies could be getting scammed as a result. It says over here, that's according to a recent article by Lifehacker, which revealed all phones on eBay's store were recently caught selling Samsung Galaxy 9 for a massive 20% off. But the article claimed that the only one problem with the incredible deal, that the price sale has been listed for $16.99, a huge $120 markup on a recommended retail price. Okay, then it goes over here. It goes on more to say here. Let me move this up. All phones is currently selling 128 gig Samsung Galaxy Note 9 for $1295.99, which claims a 20% discount are on RRP, the article stated. However, all phones list an eyebrow raising $16.19. Something clearly doesn't add up here. I'm not sure about the price jacking scheme. All I know is when I sold, I had a couple phones I sold, and I sell them for face value. I don't try to jack them up more than what they're worth. So this is probably a little video about it. I'm not going to get into it because, like I said, we'll be here. So, we'll be here for quite some time. If you want to read this story, go to news.com.au. Let's move on. How to become a millionaire. eBay's third UK report is out today, revealing the biggest trends influencing Brits' shopping habits and perform on eBay over the past 12 months. Headline numbers are, this year eBay turned 23 in the UK, created 1,065 new UK eBay millionaires, now has 24 million Brits visiting each week. Both of these numbers are significant. Well, this is good to know, I guess. I'm not one of them, of course. I wish I was. But you can read the rest of this story here. I'm not going to get into it. I just wanted to share it with you guys. It's tainbay.com, and you can read the story you're looking for. Is eBay UK Retail Report 2018 reveals 1,065 eBay millionaires. And congratulations to all you 1,065 eBay millionaires. I'm hoping one day I could be in the list. All right, let's move right along. Now, for those who are not familiar, we have a new sheriff in town, so to speak. And that new sheriff is Banggood.com. It's a Chinese company. With everything going on, who needs more competition? Check it out, folks. This is Banggood.com. They got a lot of things. Reminds you of, what's that there? Top Hatter is another one. And you can check this out for yourself. I mean, it looks like some of the stuff is, going to be good stuff. I don't know. I'm sharing with you guys. I think I shared this once before with this. And how it is, I don't know. You know what my take is, folks? If you're going to get involved with buying from companies like this is just a little, a little tidbit of advice. Do research on it. Do reviews. Okay? Go to banggood.com. Do a Google search. Put this name in there, and then put on reviews, and see what other buyers are saying about this, about their service. Okay? I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying it's bad, but me personally, right now, like I said again, I sell exclusively on eBay, and if I do have to buy anything, it will be off of eBay. I don't know about this company. I'm not too familiar with it, but I just want to share it with you guys. If anybody out there has dealt with this company, please share it in the comment box and let us know what you think. I'd be glad to see, hear what you have to say. Let's move right along. Here's what I want to talk about. Excuse me. This came out yesterday, and the site is ecommercebytes.com. Okay. This came out Wednesday, September 5th, 2018. Ina Steiner is the owner of the company. It says eBay to close App Store for giving sellers little notice. Okay. Now it says eBay sellers should make sure their tools they use aren't slated for the chopping block as the company prepares to shut down eBay App Store, aka the eBay App Center. Now, I just want to share this with you guys. I called up eBay in regards to this here. For those who don't know me, I am a very curious person by nature. And I like to know what I'm dealing with, who I'm dealing with, and why is it. And I called up. Now, even they say, yeah, well, it's just self-explanatory. It says it right here. I understand that. You know, people might say, why would you have to check up and verify? Because the thing that's closing, that's you know, what do you call it? They're not, you know, taking me off guard here, catching me off guard, I should say, is over here, eBay to close App Store, giving sellers little notice. Okay, now, all right, you got to read the whole thing, of course. All right, you know, people say, well, you're jumping conclusions. Okay, when I think of the App Store, I think of the Apple iPhone App Store. Okay, now, I had to call it to find out, is eBay going to be getting rid of this here? I don't know if they said sometime in September or October or November it'll be phased out. I don't know. It's something like, you got to read this. You got to read this here. So I called up. I said, is this in reference to the mobile app? Because I use the mobile app when I do go to the thrift stores and have Wi-Fi. I use it exclusively in there, and I have no problem with it. Okay. Now there are other software price checkers that a person could check out. You know, items if you're in a store. If that was the case, if eBay was to get rid of the mobile device, which I don't think, according to the eBay teammate, they said they're not. As far as she knows, there was nothing said that they're going to get rid of the mobile app. Okay. Now, I clicked another window on here, and that's why I said when it says eBay App Store, I'm thinking App Store. I'm thinking of, you know, the apps for iPhones. But when you click it on, well, it just read here, it says eBay App Center. I clicked it on. And here we have the App Center. Okay, so this is what they're referring to. I believe that this is what they're going to phase out this year. Because I don't think too many users are even using this stuff, to be honest with you. But, you know, here you have get it for free, try it for free. I just had the Indicia. I just closed that up account because I don't use it anymore. But, I thought I read in the story, being that, you know, much sellers weren't using, taking advantage of this here, they figured, I guess it's best to get rid of it. At least this is what I was told. I believe this is what they're referring to when they say the App Center. This is what I think they want to get rid of. Okay. Now I do use Smart Social here, Facebook here through Smart Social. I believe when you click this and you activate it, when you do a video, I think it jumps. I believe it goes to Facebook. So, you know, and here's my stores map. This is try it for free. When I say try it for free and get it for free, two different, don't get confused. Get it for free, as far as I know, you're actually using it for free. Now, there may be bells and whistles attached to it, I don't know. But when they say try it for free, they're giving you like a time span. 30 days, whatever, a couple of weeks. I would think most likely it's going to be a 30-day thing. That'll be the normal way to do it. That's what I believe. This is what they're referring to. So, if they are going to get rid of we call it the iPhone app, mobile app, that's not going to be good for me. I'll tell you right now, that ain't going to work for me. So for me, if they do something like that, forget about it. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. You guys can read the story. It was posted yesterday. See, it was Wednesday, September 5th, 2018. So it ain't old news. Okay, I always like to specify the dates because people might say, "Oh, that's old news." But as I always say in my other videos, I do sometimes post up old news because sometimes old news could be good news. You never know. You can still get something out of it. Okay, you just go to eCarsBytes.com. You could check it out, but you could see the dates right here. Okay, this is not old. It was just posted yesterday. So check into it. When you're looking at the story, you have to read the story. I always like to read the comments to see what other sellers are saying about this here. And it says, "Oh, I'm not saying this to be like and make derogative statements, but you know, I always like to read what other people have to say." It says probably doing some preparation for the next round of layoffs. That's one user said that. Here's another one. eBay is like Sears. They keep closing down everything to do with an old site and expand on Devon's flops like Seller Hub and promoted listings that are causing the Titanic to sink in the first place. The only way to fire Devin now, other than that, eBay is next Yahoo company and will be sold for pennies on the dollar. You know, there's quite a few of them, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to read all of these here, folks. I'll be tongue-tied. On like that, I'll be talking too long. So I'm going to bump at that. Check it out. E-commerce bites. The story you're looking for is eBay to close App Store, giving sellers little notice. All right. That's the App Center. I always like to check out downdetector.com. Now, I think I've talked about this in my other videos. Down Detector, I think, is pretty good. Okay. I like it. I think the information is very pertinent information. It's good. They have a live outage map here. When you click it on, it'll show you the areas that are having outages, which if I can get it to go here, let's see if I can get it to go. I'm using a different browser here, so all right. Anyway, disregard that. I can't get that to go on right now. I don't want to wait time for it. It's going to pop up as probably we go along. You can see I do make comments on this sometimes, and sometimes I don't. I don't want to get into cyber wars with anybody, but it says over here, the first one is, here's a thought: blocked users don't want to read posts from okay, your problem. Kathy is if you were blocked, everyone who said something derogatory about your meaningless post on DD, you would be the only one reading the meaningless post. LMAO. You're going to see comments for people here, okay? And when I say, even though, like I said it once before when I talked about this, even though it shows August 6th, don't pay attention to this too much. Don't pay attention to this. You can see over here the most reported problems is website is 69%, checkouts is 17%, login is 13%. But anyway, you can check that out. I highlighted some things I just wanted to share with you. These are from some other users on that site. Found a major issue with the pricing not matching promo submissions on eBay today. Confirmed support is something is borked time, fun times. Here's another one. I only highlighted the ones I thought would be interesting. I'm not going to call it quits with this here. Are you guys having technical difficulties? My card is not working on eBay and the wait is well over an hour for customer support. See, now when I called up eBay before, I got on probably within a couple of minutes. So I would think it all depends on the time of the day you're calling them. You might be calling them at a high time when they're receiving a lot of calls and stuff like that. There may be some people, voicing their concerns and issues, like I always say, and therefore, they're keeping the teammates on a lot longer than expected. Here's one over here. Hi, my eBay app on my iPhones is offline. I'm offline unless I'm at home or a Wi-Fi. Help. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe they might want to contact the Apple for that problem. It says if you are a seller on sites like Amazon or eBay, please stop using FedEx. They have nothing but delays and problems. I closed out my FedEx account. I only deal exclusively with the United States Postal Service. Then it says over here, anyone else having issues tonight with the listing stuff is not showing up? Here's another one. I have the same issue with the eBay app. It says, did you sort the access out? I think that's the only one I did, right? Yeah. I'm not going to read all these here, folks. You could go there. You could check it out. Just go to downdetector.com, and you can read all the stories you want, all the comments, and you could see it for yourself. Anyway, let me bump out of here. Where am I here? I'm sorry. Without further ado, I'm just going to close this session out. I want to say thank you again to all the new subscribers. Thank you for checking out the Reseller News. My name is Rich Bassini. Today is September 6, 2018. Have a great day. Until next time, bye-bye now.